YouTube, Kurt Curtis. I'm a part-time reseller. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything that sold on eBay this week. Much better than last week and just recently how the weeks have been going. Yeah, I sold some decent stuff and it's definitely trending in the right direction. Part of this could be because of the holidays coming up. Maybe it's just coincidence. I don't really know, but yeah, definitely feel better about this week than I've felt in like a long time. So I'll show you everything that's sold on eBay. As far as sourcing goes, I think I picked up a couple shirts. I'll show you guys that. I didn't really do too much. I got all the AEW Spectrum cards from my dad, but I'm going to make that into its own separate video showing those. So if you guys are interested in that, there'll be a separate video later on in the week posted for that. But aside from that, I didn't really source too much. But yeah, I had some good sales. Let me show you what sold on eBay. All right, I'm going to go over everything that sold on eBay this week. Before I get started, I offer free shipping on everything, so I don't have to keep saying that. Also, I just give a brief description of what the item is. A picture will pop up on the screen if you want to see exactly what the item was. And also, if there's any kind of offer involved, the price on the screen will be different from what I say. Whatever I say is actually what it's sold for, not what's on the screen. That's only when offers were involved. Let's get started. First up, sold this John Elway thing. I don't know. This has been listed for years. It was a throw-in and a bulk buy. Sold for $7.19. Next up, I sold a CD. Sold for $12.99. Sold a DVD for $14.99. Sold this Puppet Master Blu-ray that sold for $13.49. Had one person pick up two health and beauty items. The first one sold for $9.99. The next one sold for $11.49. So that person's total was $21.48 for the two items. Sold another Blu-ray, sold for $13.49. Sold this New York Giants patch, sold for $9.29. I got a multi-quantity listing on those. Sold another health and beauty item for $11.99. Sold a bench warmer auto card, sold for $6.43. Sold another health and beauty item for $14.99. Sold this Wendy Chu purple prism card for $9.99. That was one of the cards that I picked up last week where I paid $20 for 25 cards, and then just the one card sold for $10, so not too bad. Sold a book for $8.09. Sold these Muck boots for $49.99. These things have been in my death pile or just sitting on the floor for a long time, like probably over a year. And recently I kind of been trying to get into my death pile and list some stuff that I've been putting off for a while. I saw these boots and I was like, if I'm going to list those, I need to list them now because it's about to be winter. It'd be the best time to list them. And I almost didn't do it. I'm like, no, I got to get these listed. And I listed them and they sold in a couple days, $50. Probably paid $5 at the most for them at a garage sale, possibly even less. I don't remember. I sold this lot of 4 health and beauty items. This lot sold for $59.99, so that was a really good sale there. Sold a CD for $10. Sold another CD for $20.78. Sold another health and beauty item for $69.99. Sold this mask manual, just a manual for an old vintage toy. Just the manual sold for $14.62. If you see those things, that's probably something that gets thrown out a lot. Not that it's huge money, but you know, people are looking for those. Sold this RVD wrestling shirt. This was one I picked up recently. Sold for $19.99. Had one person pick up 2 N64 Star Wars games. This first one sold for $16.39. The next one sold for $14.75. So that person's total for the 2 games was $31.14. Sold another health and beauty item for $14.99. Sold this Mega 64 DVD. Took a best offer of $49.99 for it. This is something that's been in my death pile for a while. I have 5 of these Mega 64 DVDs. I guess this is a bolo, but you're probably not going to find it. They're pretty rare. I paid $1 a piece for these like a long time ago, and I've been meaning to list them. I kind of knew they were valuable, but just never listed them. Finally got the 5 listed, and within a few days I got an offer of $50 for it. So paid $1 for it, sold for $50. I will take it. This is why I like selling DVDs, but you got to find the right ones. This is the right one. Some weird, rare stuff like this. I don't even know what these things are. Sold another DVD for $15.99. And I sold a health and beauty item for $12.99. Also, I want to mention I started listing. So if you've been following my channel for a while, there was like warehouse sale where I picked up all these gay interest DVDs. I've made a couple trips, but like, you know, I paid a couple $100s for like a couple hundred DVDs or something like that. I don't know. It was just ridiculous. And in one of those hauls, there was a lot of sealed ones and a lot of pre-owned ones. And right when I got them, I listed all the sealed ones and I kept track of it. I made profit a long time ago and I'm still selling those off every now and then. And it was just killer. The thing was, I had all the pre-owned ones in a bag that ended up on the bottom of something else. And then, you know, when I got these shelves, when I got rid of the storage unit, I had them all up there. I knew they'd been there, but I just hadn't really gone through them because I got to go through them, check the discs and all that kind of thing. And I've been starting to go through them, so I've been listing them. and I had that one sell. But yeah, I mean, these are just all profit at this point, and there's probably like, I don't know, 90 or something. Like, there's a lot of them. So I've been getting some of those listed. Hopefully those sales will come in, but you got to find the right buyer for those type of things. But when the right buyer comes along, they pay up, because these things are not common. Even on eBay, it's not like there's that many available even for sale. So if you price it right, you can get the sale. Also, I sold $25 even in cards that sold for less than $5. Not as good as I'd like it to be, but still, I'll take the extra 25 bucks. So this is all that I sourced this week, and I didn't even actually pick these up. My girlfriend found these 2 AEW wrestling shirts out in the wild. I couldn't believe she found these. I've only found AEW shirts in the wild once, and I'm just surprised that obviously this one says AEW on all of it, but I'm surprised she recognized that the other one was a wrestling shirt. So very cool. I was very excited to get these. She paid $5 a piece for them. The only other thing I sourced, which kind of wasn't sourcing, was all those wrestling cards that my dad gave me, which, like I mentioned earlier, will be in a separate video. But these are some big boy shirts. This is a 2XL AEW, like orange tie-dye shirt. This is really cool. Unfortunately, these shirts are not going to fit me, so I will be forced to sell them, but that's probably good. Yeah, really cool shirt. Also, Jon Moxley shirt. That one's sick as well. This is a big one. 3XL. Yeah, cool Jon Moxley logo there. Yeah, all AEW shirts are going to have the little AEW logo in the corner at some point, but yeah, nothing on the back. But yeah, that's all I picked up. I did run a Whatnot auction last Monday, and it was a success overall, but it was kind of different than my other ones. My other ones kind of like had the same pace throughout it. Like, I started the auction, I didn't have many people in the room. People weren't really bidding on stuff, but I just kept running my stuff. And over time, more people hopped in, different people hopped in. Like, some cards I ran at the beginning, no one even bid on. And then later on, when I ran them again, I had multiple people bidding on the cards. So sometimes it just depends on who's in the room. But I just kept going. You know, I just kept running all my stuff, and then I reran everything. And by the end of the auction, everything did sell once again. So every auction I've had so far, everything has sold. Just a little bit harder this time. So I'm going to be doing another Whatnot auction today, and I'm going to be doing t-shirts only. This is the first time I'm not going to be doing cards. I did have buy it now shirts in my auction last week. So I was running wrestling cards, and I had a bunch of wrestling shirts in the buy it now. And I didn't really think it was going to do good. I was hoping to sell like one shirt, and that's exactly what happened. Like, one person picked up a shirt. So that's pretty cool, but it didn't quite work. I don't think a situation like that, you're going to have just a bunch of people picking up shirts. Like, it seemed like people are just more interested in the cards. But it was cool that I was able to sell one. The auction I'm going to be doing today is only going to be t-shirts. Originally, I was going to do like a bunch of shirts, but I just have the wrestling shirts because those shirts are already taken down from eBay. But in order for me to put band shirts and other shirts, I have to take down the listings from eBay. Or, you know, I want to. I don't want to double sell something. And I just haven't gotten around to doing that. And I'm not going to have time to do it before the show. So I'm just going to have wrestling shirts, and I'm not going to be running stuff for $1. Typically, I would run the cards for $1, and just whatever they go for, they go for. I can get wrestling cards in bulk, and it's okay. But with shirts, you know, I don't really want to sell most shirts for $1 if there's not that many people in there. So I'm going to be doing $5 starts, and then I'm not even going to be running the shirts. I'm just going to have all my shirts in my store and say to people that there's $5 starts. And if you're interested in any of the shirts, let me know, and I'll run that shirt. And if they get it for $5, cool. And if there's multiple people that want to bid against it, cool too. These shirts have been posted in my eBay store for a while, so I'm okay with getting rid of them. Also, with the Whatnot fees, it's not really as bad. You make more money. I also want to talk about the Whatnot fees. Last week I was talking about them, and when I watched it back, I think I sounded kind of confusing. So how the fees work is the 8% Whatnot fee is only on the cost of your item. Like, whatever your item sells for, that's what they take. However, the 2.9% processing fee is on the entire sale, including the shipping and the sales tax. So you actually benefit a lot from the same person buying multiple items, because then their shipping is cheaper, and therefore your fees are cheaper. So you'd make the most money if you literally ran an auction, had one person just buy everything. But that's the smaller portion of the fee. Like, the 8%, the big chunk of the fee, is just on the sale of the item, which is really cool. On eBay, all the fees are on everything: the shipping, the sales tax, and the cost of the item. Whereas Whatnot, the 8% Whatnot fee is just on the cost of the item, and then 2.9% is on everything, and then there's a 30-cent transaction fee, just like there is on eBay. So hopefully that clears that up. I don't know. It's cool though. I like how they do that. It definitely helps out a lot. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna give it a try. Like I said, I've been doing different tests on how I want to go on about Whatnot. If I had enough wrestling cards, I would just sell those and it'd be great, but I don't have enough to do auctions every week with that. I do want to do a Whatnot auction every week, but it's going to be difficult moving forward, trying to figure out like what I want to sell. I'm going to see how this t-shirt thing goes. So basically, I'm just going to be hanging out. If no one buys anything, because I'm going to have all my shirts available, starting price $5, and if someone wants a shirt, I'll run it. And if I sell a few shirts, I'm going to stay on for a little while. But if I don't, I'm going to give it an hour and just hang out for an hour. No one buys anything, I'll shut it down and try again next week. If people are buying stuff, then I'll hang out for, hour and a half more. It just depends on, like, I think if you have like a following and you get people to get to the show, they'll all get there right away. But when you don't really, it just depends on who's there, So if you're hanging out for 2 hours, like maybe the first 30 minutes, it's going slow, but then different people hop in and they like a shirt, and I don't know. I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it should be interesting, should be fun. I'll be doing that today actually at noon, because I might just be hanging out. I don't have items to run like I did with the cards and stuff like that. So I'm going to be hanging out at noon on Whatnot. My Whatnot username is in the video description, as well as my eBay store, my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I post like most of the time daily sales and stuff like that, so you can see some sales before the YouTube video. And all that stuff is in the video description. But yeah, come check out my auction if you want. If you just want to hang out, you can just chill and chat as well. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stack dividends, sweep floors. Until next time.
Buy low, sell high. I'll pick up anything that catches my eye. Pay 50 cents with a little bit of luck. Put it on eBay for $50. At that price, you can't go wrong. It's a whole box of Pokemon. The first edition Charizard in there. She asked me $5 for the box is fair. Hell yeah, I'll scoop that up. You mind if I back up my truck? Gonna buy a box of video games too, and all the bull shirts from '92. How much are the shirts? 50 cents? Yeah, I'll take the whole lot of them. Oh, you say you got more inside? Yeah, I can wait. I have all the time.
Get the broom.
The whole place is dark.